Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be looking at the kite, okay, like the one you fly in the sky. All right, guys. And this one is pretty easy, guys. I don't think it can get much simpler than this. The area of a kite is equal to a half multiplied by d1 multiplied by d2. So it's equal to a half multiplied by the first diagonal, which is from here to here, right? From right here to right here, that represents d1. And from here to here, that represents d2, okay? So to find the area, that's all you need, guys. Multiply a half by the first diagonal and the second diagonal. And to find the perimeter, all you need to do is find the length of A, B, C, and D. And honestly, guys, I don't really see much questions with the perimeter for the kite. So this is pretty much all it is. So let's find the area for this kite in this example. And here we can see that the horizontal diagonal is 4 centimeters and the vertical diagonal is 9 centimeters. So all we're going to do is multiply a half by 4 centimeters multiplied by 9 centimeters. Cool. Now this 2 can go into 4 2 times, which would give us 1 times 2 times 9, which would give us 18 centimeters squared. And that would be the area of the kite. Okay, so it's really simple, guys, really simple. All right, so let's look at number 2 now. And we see here that for this kite, half of the diagonal is 3 centimeters, half is 3 centimeters. Half of the vertical diagonal is 5 centimeters and the other half is 5 centimeters, right? So let's find the area for that. The area is equal to a half multiplied by one diagonal would be 3 plus 3 centimeters, right? Both of them are in centimeters. Multiplied by, let's move this up a bit, multiplied by 5 plus 5 centimeters, right? And we would end up with 3 plus 3 would be 6, so it would be a half times 6 centimeters times 10 centimeters, okay? And this 2 can go into the 6 3 times, so we would end up with 30 centimeters squared as the area. Cool. But we notice here that the length of the outside of the kite is actually labeled here, right? So to find the perimeter for this kite, it would be A, B, C, and D, which would be 7 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8, which would give us 14 plus 16, and 14 plus 16 would give us 30 centimeters. Okay, not centimeters squared, just centimeters. All right, guys. Okay, so you see how simple it is, guys. It's just unbelievably simple for the kite. It's easier than the triangle. Okay, but we're gonna look at one type of situation here, and we're gonna solve it a bit different. Instead of finding the regular area of the kite, we're gonna use a different way to solve the area of the kite. And I'm gonna show you the example right now. All right, guys. All right, guys. So we're gonna look at this kite here, and this kite, it's showing that this half of the diagonal is 4 centimeters. This half is 4 centimeters. This top vertical half is 9 centimeters, and the bottom half is 18 centimeters. Right? So how we could solve this question is just like we did the one earlier. We could add the 9 to the 18 and add the 4 to the 4 and put them as the two diagonals here. But we're going to solve it a little different this time. What we're going to do is we're going to look here and we can see that here is actually a triangle, right? And we're going to look at the bottom half and we're going to realize that here, this area here as well, is also a triangle. Okay, so what we could actually do is we could actually separate these two areas, right, the top half from the bottom, and solve the two triangles to find the areas. Okay, so For the top triangle, the base is actually 4 plus 4, which is 8. So the base is equal to 8 centimeters. And the height is actually equal to 9 centimeters. So let's call this triangle triangle 1, right? So for triangle 1, the area is equal to half 8 centimeters multiplied by 9 centimeters. Cool. And 2 can go into 8 4 times, and 4 times 9 would give us 36 centimeters. All right. Now, for the second triangle, which is the one down here, let's call this triangle 2. So for triangle 2, the area is equal to the same base, 8, but the height is equal to 18 centimeters in this case, right? The height is from here to here, right? And for the other one, the height was from here to here. So for this area, for the second triangle, we're going to get a half of 8 centimeters multiplied by 18 centimeters. Cool. And this 2 is going to go into this 8 4 times, and 4 times 18, right, would actually give us 72 centimeters squared. Okay. And this is also centimeters squared. All right. So to find the total area, right, the total area of the kite, the total area of the kite is going to be equal to the 36 centimeters squared plus the 72 centimeters squared, because the area of the two triangles, right, this is triangle 1, and the area of triangle 2 would give us the total area for the kite. So the area for the kite, let me just write that better. The area for the kite is equal to 72 plus 36, which is actually 108 centimeters squared. And if we actually use this formula, we would end up with the same exact thing. All right, guys. So we did pretty much 3 examples. I gave you 2 examples earlier, and this was the 3rd example to split up the kite. And I really don't think we need to do any more. I'm going to give you a worksheet with some examples. Do those, and we're gonna move on from the kite now. We're gonna move on to squares and rectangles. All right, guys. So that's it, and I'll see you in the next lecture. And remember to do your best, and God will do the rest.